Take a deep breath. If you are watching this, there's a very high chance that your brain has 100 tabs open right now. You are probably thinking, Abo, an email you haven't sent, a text you need to reply to, a project that is past due, and a future that feels entirely uncertain. We live in an age of infinite distraction. Every single app on your phone, every advertisement, and every headline is designed by incredibly smart people with one single goal: to steal your attention. And it's working. We feel burned out. We feel like we are constantly running on a treadmill but never actually getting anywhere. But what if I told why? Oh, you that the cure for this overwhelm isn't your productivity app, a new planner, or working longer hours? What if the cure is simply learning how to prune away the noise? Welcome back to the podcast. Today, we are slowing things down. We are going to dive into the profound, life-changing lesson from Darius Foroux's book, Focus on What Matters. This book is a modern take on ancient Stoic philosophy, written as 70 letters designed to help you reclaim your mind. If you feel like your days are slipping through your fingers, stay with me. By the end of this episode, you will have a clear blueprint for taking back control of your time, your energy, and your peace. Let's start with a hard truth from the bow. Okay, we act as if our time is unlimited. Think about it. We casually spend 2 hours doom scrolling before bed. We say yes to meetings we don't need to be in. We say yes to favors we don't want to do, out of guilt. Foroux points out time is our most valuable currency, far more valuable than money. You can always make another dollar, but you can never, ever make an other hour. Every time you say yes to something that doesn't align with your priorities, you are actively saying no to something that does. When you say yes to checking emails during dinner, you are saying no to being present with your family. In Focus on What Matters, Foroux emphasizes that focus isn't about concentration. It's about elimination. Imagine your life as a beautiful garden. Right now, it might be overgrown with weeds, obligations, toxic habits, and it'll noise. You cannot plant new seeds until you pull the weeds. The most powerful word in your vocabulary needs T. Become no. It's not selfish. It is the ultimate act of self-respect. The core of Foroux's book is rooted in Stoicism. 2,000 years ago, philosophers like Seneca were dealing with the exact same anxieties we face today. The human condition hasn't changed. Only our tools have. The most foundational rule of Stoicism is this: you must separate what you can't, roll from what you cannot. Most of the sadness, anxiety, and frustration in our lives comes from trying to control things outside of our grasp. We stress about the economy. We worry about what our boss thinks of us. We obsess over how many likes a post gets. You control none of that. Foroux argues that we must take absolute ownership of the only things we do control: our thoughts, our reactions, and our daily actions. When you shift your focus inward, something magical happens. The anxiety begins to evaporate. You stop fighting the weather and start learning how to build a better boat. If you lose your job, you can't control the market, but you can control updating your resume today. As Foroux writes, true freedom doesn't come from having endless options. True freedom comes from a disciplined, calm mind. So, how do we actually build this discipline without burning out again? We live in a society obsessed with outcomes. We want the $1 million business, the perfect body, the finished novel. But attaching your happiness to a future outcome is a recipe for misery, because the outcome is never guaranteed. Focus on what matters teaches us to fall in love with the process. Foroux suggests focusing on what he calls days. Don't set a goal to write a best-selling book. Set a goal to write 1 sentence a day. Don't set a goal to lose 50 pounds. Set a goal to do 1 push-up today. We often fail because our goals are so massive they paralyze us. But consistency compounds. When you focus on the small, boring, daily actions, you remove the pressure. You don't need motivation when the daily requirement is so small it's impossible to fail. Over months and years, those tiny steps build empires. Stop looking at the finish line. Look at your feet. Take the next step. Focus on what matters is a reminder that clarity is not a personality trait. It is a trainable skill. You have the power to curate your life. You have the power to turn off the notifications, to protect our peace, and to invest your energy only into the things that truly compound over time: your health, your relationships, and your craft. I want to leave you with a simple challenge today. What is one weed in your garden and that you can pull today? What is one digital distraction, one unnecessary obligation, or one source of negative noise that you can eliminate right now? Drop it in the comments below. Let's hold each other accountable to doing less, so we can finally be more. If this episode brought you some peace or clarity, please hit the like button and subscribe. It helps us keep creating content that matters. Take a deep breath. Focus on the next step. I'll see you in the next episode.